Hello and welcome to another match in the Allies Mixed Tournament. This is still the pools round. I am playing against jorikke or jorikke or, something. I don't know. Don't know exactly how to pronounce that, but I don't think I've ever played them before. Looks like we've got a 5-2, which is probably not ideal with Steward as the trashing. I mean, we can still open with Steward and I guess Settlers. There is swap, so we can turn it into something better later. I guess we could consider Broker as well. Should cycle us a little bit faster at the cost of thinning us more slowly. We'd probably go ahead and pick up a Steward on the second shuffle if we did do that. We'll definitely take a Settlers. We could Butterfly the Settlers if it doesn't collide with a Broker if we did that. So that's something to consider, I suppose. The Ally is League of Shopkeepers. The Liaison is Broker. So I'm not thinking that's going to be relevant. So Steward Settlers or Broker Settlers. The draw here could be San Avanto, probably is Marquis. You can get plus actions from Patron and from Bustling Village. We trying to hit 5? Oh, and Specialist. Okay. I think I'm just going to go with the Steward. It's not a very exciting way to spend a 5-2, but what can you do? What can you do? All right. Well, this is not too bad. We might actually hit 6 next turn. We don't really need to, but we might. No, we will hit 5. That's fine. And the question becomes, do we want to just go ahead and get a swap right now? The odds of colliding it with the Settlers are pretty reasonable because we have 2 of them. So I'm leaning towards yes. Settlers. Turning Settlers into better cards seems quite good. Now, what we could do here is swap butterfly the swap into a Marquis. I think that'd be pretty reasonable. There's a 2 in 7 chance that we draw Settlers. There's a 4 in 7 chance that we draw no action card at all. I'm not super excited about my options on 4, but I guess I could take a Patron. Okay, so... I don't think we're going to be able to get the swap back here. Right? Because we do still have an estate down there. Oh, Bustling Village is available. That... Uh-huh. I mean, we could Butterfly the Steward and then Butterfly Settlers or swap, but, like... Or would we rather have a swap? Swap into Bustling Village? Not actually sure. Dang. This is awkward. I want to trash, but... But I don't really want to pick up a 4. I mean, I could just keep the steward. Oh, I wish I could just trash the estate. Man. We can always butterfly at 4 cost. I guess that probably is the way to go. Feels bad though. Do we want courier or do we want another patron? I think another patron. Just because getting the villagers would be nice. Okay, I think we're gonna... We could... Nah, well... This is also awkward. So we got the marquee down there with no village. We can play the patron, keep a villager. That's probably what we've got to do. Because we know we're going to find the marquee. I think I'm going to take the swap now. This is going to be a max value marquee. You need some econ. There's not actually any reveals on this board. Yeah. So patron doesn't have that synergy, but having the villagers. Okay, so we're gonna swap. That much is clear. What are we gonna swap into? And what are we gonna buy? We're gonna have, if we trash 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 coins at most. I kind of want a bustling village, but maybe I don't need it. Maybe I do swap the settlers. I mean, it's not doing anything for me this turn, obviously. We could take a specialist and double play patron, and that way we do get villagers. That seems reasonable. Although, actually, hold on. Should I swap that patron? Or a butterfly? I have 8 coins. No, I don't think so. Let's grab another swap. Another specialist, I think. We are going to need to get another marquee at some point just for the plus buy. Yeah, this is what I was afraid of with the bustling villages. Like, once the settlers start getting swapped back, you know. We might have to make do with specialist and patron as our villages. which is probably fine. I mean, we could consider doing Sana Avanto stuff because their swap makes that relatively easier, but still pretty slow. Okay, I think we'll just lead with the marquee. Swap the settlers. Take another specialist and then go specialist, specialist. I think that's probably worth it. Let's go steward for cards. Trash. Play specialist again to play specialist. Play patron. Play the specialist again. Swap the patron, but I don't think that actually helps. I think what we do is we play it again to butterfly it into a marquee. And we play that. And we take another. Do we need another swap? Maybe we don't. It's not totally clear to me. And we could take swap settlers, and that would give us a fair bit of flexibility and some non-terminal stuff to work with, so sure. Maybe that's the way to go. I don't know. Didn't draw either of our marquees. It's pretty disappointing. I think we're going to have to lead with specialist swap. Yeah. So I think we're going to turn patron into steward, I guess. Steward draws. We could turn it into a Sana or a courier. These are the only two coppers in our deck, so courier should be good enough. Yes. We can return the settlers into. We can turn that back into a patron, I guess. Or we could turn it into a specialist. We hit our marquee. Like we have. What do we have in these 6 cards? We have 2 marquees. We have like 2 specialists, a swap, and a steward. So like we have no stop cards in there, so it should be fine to turn it into another patron. which I think is more useful. Damn it. That is a stop card in this context, isn't it? Ridiculous. I guess I should butterfly since I'm not actually going to be able to hit my plus buy. Yeah, I should have taken... I guess I should have taken something else. I don't know. Take a swap. And... butterfly this patron. We have enough villagers. We could get a third marquee. I don't know if that's so useful, though. What an annoying turn. I guess I'll hold on to the patron. Third marquee, though. Damn it all. This is so awkward. Guess... like, I'm definitely not going to need a third marquee next turn, right? Just take another freaking swap. God damn it. I don't know. Ugh. I have to swap some of that stuff back into patrons or stewards or something to get some econ this turn. Really annoying. Probably should have taken a steward instead of the courier. Actually. Actually, my opponent's turn wasn't really much better. Okay, so we do probably want to clean up those last coppers. I guess I don't mind getting more couriers. Those aren't really stop cards here too much. We go specialist, specialist, courier, see what we flip, and kind of go from there. Great. You'll gain a copy. Do I want a third marquee? I want to play the marquee now. So I'll take a copy. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. Hurt to play this. That do this. We're gonna grab another patron. And just buy like 4 settlers and then plan to swap them. All the settlers. Opponent has not trashed their last estate. Crazy. I wonder if we do actually have to consider taking treasure payload here. How did I end up with 4 buys? I guess the... He gave me... Oh, I played 3 marquees. Yeah, no, that makes sense, okay. It's possible that we can set up a pile out here. If we just... If our opponent continues to lower specialists and swaps, which they didn't just there, but I mean, specialist can gain those cards anyway. Like, we can swap out the couriers and patrons and steward into settlers, bustling villages. As long as we have like any money, we can. Well, we would actually need to get 2 points right now. Butterfly into duchy would also be an option. I don't know if we have the gains for that, though. Probably we don't. Like, if we use specialists to gain specialists and swaps, and then, yeah, I don't know that we actually have 6 cards that we can swap into settlers and bustling village, especially when 4 of the cards are settlers. Well, I guess we could swap the settlers into the specialists and swaps. I'll definitely need to look out for it anyway. Whoa. You like have so little money, don't you? Yeah, you have like no money. Where's your steward? Oh, you don't have a steward anymore. 4 coins. Oh no. Maybe buy a patron. Yeah. Okay. Guess we could also pile patrons as easily now, which would have the advantage that it would give us money. Right. We might as well start with a marquee. And we don't have specialist. Great. Okay. Well, let's start with specialist swap, I guess. Where are my frickin' settlers? I have 4 of them. I mean, I guess I can get rid of the steward at this point. It's no better. Well, it does draw cards, I guess, but... Do we take a swap, a specialist? I think we take a specialist. Okay, there's the settlers. We're going to turn that into another specialist, I think. And then we go specialist. I don't really want to double play marquee. Settlers into Swap. Courier. Into swap. We want to go courier into patron. Oh, I was meant to play specialist there, not, oh well. Doesn't actually matter, I think. Dang it. To go marquee into patron. I think that's okay. So we go. Need to see. You do specialist marquee now. We play a patron first, so we don't have to discard. We do specialist patron. We're gonna need the buys, I think. Do list patron be marquee. There's 3 buys. Specialist patron. Gain a copy. Swap. Okay, we had this actually much more comfortably than I thought. Huh. Yeah, I did not actually think I was going to have that going away. I thought it was going to be close, and it turned out it was pretty comfortable. Okay, well. I mean, swap and specialist. Pretty crazy cards. Yeah, that's my conclusion. Wait, is there a way to... Do I need to do this first? I probably need to do that first. Okay, I was second player. I am first player. All right, so we got modify for trashing primarily. I guess necromancer, but whatever. The draw is like, you know, like menagerie city, emissary, capital city, lots of draw. I think a silver is fine. If we just go town, oh, island folk. What's the liaison? Emissary. Okay, so that's going to be important. Falconer looks pretty solid too, although there's not much in the way of dual types to pick up. I guess, yeah, that's not even a dual type. So there's none, in fact. The gaining might still be good though. I think I just opened town silver. Try to hit double 5 here. Oh, well, that's a better opening than mine. Okay, we're definitely taking a modify. I think I'll take a second one. I hit 5 again. I didn't. Just take a second town. It's not really doing anything right now. I could take a necromancer. Necromancer isn't really doing anything either, though. Huh. We don't need a ton of towns. Like, necromancer mostly is just going to be spy. Guess I'll take the Necromancer. Works a little bit better with Menagerie, I guess. Alright, I'm going to take the second Modify here. And then we want to get some capital cities and some emissaries. I guess I'm going to take Menagerie now, even though it's not very likely to activate. It just seems like a useful card than another town. So we can draw that estate and trash it with the Modify. I guess. Is that better than... Yeah, it's probably better than trashing a copper. Let's call. I guess I'll take their town since I can buy a Menagerie anyway. Alright, this is... We've got some towns in our deck. This is going to be Emissary. Gotta get those... Gotta get Island Folk activated. It's too bad my Modify is missing the shuffle. My second one, I mean. You should definitely take Emissary. You've got tons of villages in your deck. I'm guaranteed not to draw another estate, so I might just trash copper here. I'm so behind on the trashing. Ugh. Wait, when did you get a Menagerie? I'm just being able to open Modify was so much better. Ugh. The good news is to this point my opponent hasn't invested in Emissary, which means they're not building towards Island Folk, but I assume they will here. If they don't, then I'll be happy. If they don't, then Island Folk is my comeback mechanic. I think I need to cycle more than I need to get rid of a state specifically. So I'm gonna do this. And this. Damn it. I wonder if I meant to play the town first in case I draw my Modify. Even if I do, though, I'm pretty likely to see another copper anyway, so probably not. What? Why would you do that? The good news is I'm reasonably likely, I shouldn't say probably, but I'm reasonably likely to activate my Emissary here. Maybe? No, never mind. And it's 2 favors, which means we'll be 1 activation away from Island Folk. My opponent is so clean, though. They've trashed 3 coppers and 3 estates to my 1 of each. Like, what the heck? Come on. Ah! No! Come on! Why? No! Damn it. Ugh. Man, I was like, jeez. It was like the only way for me not to activate the emissary was for it to be the bottom card. That sucks. We could still activate it this turn if we find a modify. No, never mind. This isn't Swashbuckler. Ugh. At least I'm activating this menagerie. Pretty lucky. I'm going to lose this game despite the fact that my opponent is ignoring Island Folk, which is really upsetting. Why do they want all the towns? I don't understand. No, now they get emissary. No. Let's... Oh, no, wait. You know what? No, we're going to play our Necromancer first. Oh, there's Vagrants down here. Amazing. I think I would rather Spy, though. That's fine. Just do this. See if we can... Actually, there's no way for us to activate, is there? Ah, crap. We can go Emissary, Vagrant, and maybe this turn we can frickin' activate an Emissary. Maybe. We have the estates left that we can modify into menageries or whatever. Capital City does help with that. I'm more concerned with getting the... Well, there's no way we could double activate anyway. We are going to want a capital city now that we have the 2 emissaries. Man, this has been really frustrating. My opponent should be like winning by more, in my opinion. Like they should, if they had invested in emissary and set up Island Folk, they would just be running away with this. I mean, not that they aren't, I guess, but like more so, they would be running away with it, in my opinion. God. This is so unfair. Freaking bottom deck the emissary. And then they get to activate before I do. Ridiculous. I bought it like 3 turns before they did. Capital City Emissary. That would be my buys. You could take actual regular city too, I guess. Although it's not even that great right now. Yeah. No, I guess I won't want to. It's vagrant. Well, these menageries are almost certainly not going to activate. The only way I activate both of these emissaries is if I like can play a modify, gain a card, play the emissary, then play another modify, gain a card, and play another emissary, which seems really hard to do with two emissaries in my hand that are going to prevent my menageries from activating. So I guess we're going to do that. Okay, so we can at least modify. We want to just turn this silver into a capital city. Maybe we do. I mean, we definitely need to get rid of the coppers. Just like estate in a menagerie or whatever isn't doing that much. I guess. No, I guess I need the actions. Yeah, I'm gonna do silver into capital city. You can just play the necromancer. Do that. So we do capital city, discard those, I guess. We modify a copper, that's the question. Or modify an estate. Estate makes it a little easier for us to activate the emissary next turn. Maybe we trash a copper. How much money are we gonna have? We're gonna have 5 or 7. I guess we don't have to trigger a shuffle at all. If we're, I mean, we could go like menagerie estate, trash an estate. Yeah, maybe just do that. What do we want with this? I mean, we take another menagerie. It's not likely to activate, but I guess if we could go Full City Vagrant, it's like decently likely. Probably what happens this turn is that my opponent gets Island Folk and piles out, but I kind of have to just hope that they don't, I think. They like have to play their emissary early in the turn in order to draw these useless towns. Just cycling. I mean, they don't have much draw other than the emissaries. I guess the capital cities can draw. No. Oh? But they're going to play the second emissary. Just had no chance in this freaking game. I guess it's possible they won't be able to pile out and take a lead. I do have an estate. Woohoo. Capital City, Vagrant. Puts them pretty darn close. Although they did trash one of their modifies, which doesn't look so great. I guess they could also buy 4 menageries. I don't think that would be better, though. I think I would just go for Capital City, Vagrant. It is possible, depending on their draws. The capital cities will make their deck better, so and they'll have. It'll be easier for them to play towns for coins. They'll need to. I mean, they'll need to still get 2 capital cities, 2 vagrants, and 2 estates, or a duchy. It's not totally trivial, but. Yeah, I think trashing the modify was not great for them. They don't have the Necromancer, so they can't play it from the trash. And they could take a Necromancer, but then, you know, that's treading water. Maybe it's not totally obvious that they should go for it, because if they do go for it and don't make it, then I do actually probably win. That is more gains that you need now. Like, you needed 4 gains plus points, now you need 6 gains plus points. And granted, they are cheaper, but I don't know that they're cheaper enough for that to be the play. Although activated menagerie is obviously going to help. Ugh. 2 menageries activated? Really? Without having to play Capital City or anything first? Like, that... Did have to play a town for draw, which I guess is something. Your hand have been to make... Upper Vagrant Emissary... Like, why wouldn't you just... Well, no, I guess you might not want to play the Vagrant because you might want to modify it. I don't know. It's definitely still within the realm of possibility, I think, that they can gain 3 Vagrants, 3 Menageries, and 2 Estates, or 3 Great Vagrants, 3 Menageries, and a Duchy, but I don't think it's going to be trivial. Or easy. I think they might end up regretting this. I mean, if they province... I'll have 2 turns to... Oh, okay. Like, they must think they can do it if they're doing that. Oh no, that's 1 modified down. You didn't activate your emissary. Where are the rest of your capital cities? You know, if you spend your money from capital city to draw, it's definitely going to hurt your econ. Other menagerie. I thought you do. You can afford 2 menageries right now. Can you also afford 2 vagrants? Like, if you can play 2... You have to play 4 more towns? Okay, the capital city can give you some coins. Although, I don't know what you have to discard that... Wait, you have another Wait, what? Why do you have 4 menageries? Oh, you just gained one. Right. So you're 6 coins short, plus some buys. Vagrant you can discard. Now you need... You have the coins to empty. You need 4 more coins and 4 more buys? You don't have 4 towns in your hand, right? No. I know I have 3 towns. Maybe I have 4. Pretty sure you don't have this. Which might mean that I win. Oh, wait. If you have the money to afford a duchy. Yeah. This is immensely frustrating. Just nothing I could do, and I feel like... I mean, I don't know. I don't want to rag on my opponent too much, but... I feel like that was closer than it should have been. Which makes it more frustrating, because it's like, you know, well, okay, I'll be right back. So yeah, it makes it more frustrating just because, like, there was a glimmer of hope there where there probably shouldn't have been. But yeah, that was... unreasonable. And I feel like... I mean, obviously the 5-2 is going to get ahead on trashing, but I feel like they got more ahead than you would normally expect. Like, I did bottom deck my second... modify, and I didn't hit double 5, which, I mean, not that you're by any means guaranteed to hit double 5 with like essentially a double silver opening, but it still sucks. All right, so we got Menagerie draw again with Mill for discards, so we can potentially do some stuff with that. Oh, interesting. Okay, no, we've got student for liaison, which means we're not going to get a ton of value out of Order of Masons, but Get some, and we start with some favors, obviously. We can really top deck our buys if we want to. If I had a 5-2 and I could open with treasure, that would be a no-brainer. As it is, I mean, we could double transport a treasure. Like, we're gonna want to trash our estates, of course, so we're gonna want a student. So maybe we should just go ahead and open with it. So we don't get rotated out of it. We could pick up to 4 cards not to put into our shuffle. So, like, we go student, transport, treasurer, say. And I mean, maybe it's just better to take mill anyway. It might be. It might be. Probably is. And then maybe, do we even use the Order of Masons? I'm not sure. We'll have 12 cards. If we take 4... No, wait, we can take 8 cards out of the shuffle? That is a lot of cards. If we have if we have 11 cards, we could stack our deck, essentially. We could take, you know, if we do buy transport, we could stack it as like student, copper, estate, and know that we can like transport the treasure. I don't know if that's worth it though. Like the mill should make it pretty doable to hit 5. Tent? I don't think I want tent. I do want garrison, but... Well, is garrison actually that good here? There's no plus buy, right? There's importer. Gains are fairly limited. You can do stuff with treasure, I guess, to power up garrison, but I don't know how good that is. This doesn't have any gains in it. I guess there's silver gaining. Mill or transport? Transport. So how many? We wanna, if we do transport, we have 11 cards. Take out 2, we have 9. If we take out 4, we have 7. And if we take out 6, we have 5. So we could spend 3 favors to exactly top deck student estate and 3 coffers. We trash an estate, we top deck a treasurer. That does seem pretty good. So we go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I don't want to conjure, so I'm not going to Now, we have 10 cards, so we could discard some stuff. Discard 4 cards. I mean, if we discard... We discard like 2 estates and 2 coppers. 7 card shuffle. It is pretty nice. Yeah, that works pretty well. And we'll get another favor too. Not sure what we're buying here. We could take a conjurer. Oh, conjurers gains. Right. Yeah, I think actually that's probably what we do, what we want. We can actually feed student indefinitely with treasure, I suppose. I don't know if that's a good idea, but it's an option anyway. Okay. I'm gonna just discard our estates again. Sure. I think I need a mountain village. Oh, we could take a lackeys. Yeah, let's do that. Just discard the estates again. We'll take the mountain village here. I don't know what we're buying. Maybe menagerie. Hmm. I don't think I want a second conjure, so I'm not going to worry about that. I mean, it would work well if we had the actions to play it with, like, Garrison, but I'm not convinced that that's going to be practical. I think I want menagerie. And then I'm going to discard. So we've got. I guess I'll just discard the estates again. I was thinking maybe I discard the menagerie and pick it up at the mountain village, but I think it turns out to be the case that because of the number of cards, it doesn't actually make sense. We can redraw the student here. We can like trash or play lackeys, play student, trash, play menagerie, draw. Play student again. Trash estate. If we play Mountain Village first, we can also play whatever we conjure. What would we want to do with that? Not sure. We might as well do it. Doesn't hurt anything. I mean, we could get... We can't get an importer into play and play our treasurer. So arguably playing the treasurer isn't that important this turn. I guess it's our source of econ, though. We just take another mountain village. That doesn't really accomplish anything this turn anyway. Yeah, everything is terminal where it would matter. So I mean, we could take another lackeys to have villagers. But we can always start our turn by taking lackeys with conjurer, so I think I'm just going to take the mountain village. Do we want to trash this other copper? We can do that. Do we want 4 coins, or are we content with 3? I think I'm content with 3. I'll take another menagerie. I think I will trash the copper. And take... We can conjure an importer. I'm going to take another menagerie. We don't need to use our favors at this point. Although, if we do, we could discard... Maybe we should. We could discard, like, menagerie... And then, like, the student... The treasurer and the... no. I'll wait. Yeah, I'm like, just gonna say, we're probably fine. So now we're gonna actually consider, I guess, whether we want to do shenanigans with the student to get more favors or not. Probably we don't. Like, probably we have no real need to do that for a while. If we had a garrison, then it would be worth considering. I don't think it's worth taking a tent to get a garrison, though. I think I'd rather take an importer as my next terminal. Maybe I do want the other conjurer, actually, at this point, though. That's... I mean, it's not much better than importer, I guess. It's a little better, maybe. Yeah. I guess I do hope that my opponent doesn't take the third conjurer. Maybe I should have taken it last turn. I wasn't really thinking about that. They don't have the ability to do anything with it this turn, I don't think. Like, what's in their hand? Tent and an estate? Oh, copper. Okay, yeah, they got nothing. I mean, they could. Oh, they had the other conjurer, right? So they could conjure the conjurer. They just can't do anything with it this turn. I don't think it makes sense for them, but maybe they'll do it anyway. They sure have a lot of favors. It's honestly, we're pretty close to the point where we should start provincing. Is another thing. I think I'm content to not open up the garrison stuff if my opponent isn't going to go for it. My deck's cleaner. I'll be able to add like menageries and lackeys and things more easily, even though they've got like more gainers right now. I mean, I guess they have trashed most of their copper. I don't know how they have so many cards in their discard pile, though. What is all that? The tent, lackeys, another menagerie, I guess. But what else? An estate, tent, menagerie, the tent, menagerie, lackeys, estate. One copper, 2 coppers? Maybe, yeah, that's probably what it is. Right, 12 coppers and I have none. Yeah, okay. Importer, okay. This is a little unfortunate. I have to lead on Mountain Village. Well, I guess I get to draw my other conjurer, though, so it's fine. I'm not missing out on any draw. You can sure discard a lot of cards. So we're going to conjure the conjurer. That... Oh, I am missing out on draw. Oh, well. It's fine. Might as well do... Oh, you rotated. Huh. Do I want a sorcerer? I don't know. I guess so. Okay, so we still can't play Importer and this other Conjurer. We want to hit Sorcerer, we can take a copper out of the trash with Treasure, so we don't need to gain, like, silver or whatever. We can also take a mill. Mill might be better. I mean, we could use another mountain village. There's the question is, do we want to take a treasure out of the trash or not? Huh. Oh, you know what? We can't get the coins with mill this turn anyway. So I guess I'm going to take the mountain village. We can trash with student again if we want, or trash with treasure, or just hang on to the copper. It doesn't really matter too much. Maybe we can take a mill this turn. Although we were going to want to take an importer. But we've got... Maybe we'll take Mountain Village Importer. I don't know. We play the student again, we can rotate off of sorcerer if they don't take a sorcerer this turn, which would be nice to do. Is that way I don't have to trash curses. Like this is a pretty menagerie like variety deck anyway, so it'd be good to not have to deal with that. I don't think Lich is doing anything really. Certainly nothing you'd want to gain the trash right now. Doubt that's going to change. I mean, you know, last turn of the game sort of thing, potentially, but... Oh, there's the garrison. Okay, well... Time to reconsider. Gotta get garrison. You're not going to be able to play your garrison, though. Or at least you're not going to be able to gain... Oh, no, you've already played both of your conjures. Okay. Oh. Huh. Okay. Why would you rotate that? I mean, thanks, I guess, but... 11 coppers in the trash now, so you still have a couple coppers. I don't understand that at all. I'm probably just going to try to take 3 garrisons here. I guess we should play the menagerie first, so we can play Mountain Village, Garrison. I mean, we don't need to get a bunch of garrisons into play right now, but we might as well take advantage of it, I guess. Garrison, play Sorcerer. Wondering if I should rotate to play student, rotate to student or not. And whether I should just like buy province or buy... I can't buy province without keeping this copper and picking up another one. So I'm wondering about buying the 3rd garrison just to deny it. You could put Lost Arts on something. We're gonna have coins enough either way. Huh. Maybe we do the Lost Arts thing next turn. Buy the garrison, or maybe it's not important to buy the garrison. I don't know. We could also just like trash the lackeys because it's not really doing anything in our deck right now. And then we could buy province. We take another copper. I'm not thrilled about the idea of taking other copper, but starting... Well, no, we still don't... I guess we would want to start taking mill. Maybe this is the time to buy Lost Arts. What do we put it on? Menagerie is a reasonable target. Guess I'll go ahead and rotate this. We don't want that on top of our deck. Go treasurer. We could take a copper just to draw an extra card, I guess. Easy enough to trash it again. Our opponent doesn't have a treasurer. And then by... I think the Lost Arts will be helpful. Like, it means we don't have to take more villages next turn. We can just go straight for the mills. I'm gonna still not do any discard just yet. I think we need to. All right, now we're going to start provincing. I guess we should also consider grabbing an importer, if only so that we can use it to pick up duchies. So if that's what we're going to do with it, it's not urgent. Oh no, you played your garrison after your conjurer. Disaster. If Hill Fort gets uncovered, that's another card I might be interested in with importer. And there's only maybe there's not only so many cheap cards, right? There's Menagerie, Mountain Village, Lackeys, even Vagrant is fine, like Townsfolk, whatever. It's all fine cards to pick up, even if it doesn't necessarily do that much. Wait, oh, you imported a treasure. Okay. Dang it, now we're gonna have to take the key. Yeah, I might not have pushed my lead enough here. I think I'm still ahead, but... maybe I should have ignored Garrison. I don't know. Interesting that they did not choose to take the other garrison. You need that many actions? They could afford province here. All right, they've got the tent and a copper. Yeah, their deck might not be worse enough than mine. Maybe that first player is going to come through for them. If you're buying Hillfort, I don't know if that's what you're doing. Wait, you don't want the garrison, though. Huh. I'm going to feel a lot better if they don't buy province, I think. But I'm going to be surprised if they don't. They have enough, although they are in a situation where they're not going to be able to like consistently like take the key and trash curse and trash copper. That's going to hurt them. We're going to save our favors, I think, for the point at which we need to discard provinces in order to not have them block the menageries. All right, so we start with you. We play you. Gain you. This. And the question is, do we take importer or do we take another mill? So I might as well play this. Oh, I forgot about getting my garrison into play. Whoops. I guess it doesn't really matter. Here. I mean, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is enough to hit province right there. So I think I will take the importer. Yeah. I wonder if I take duchy immediately or not. I guess when I said what I said about trashing curses and coppers, I didn't account for the fact that my sorcerer might fail to hit. That's annoying. It probably is correct to take duchy immediately. Take duchy, mill, and another importer. If we get ahead on duchies, I mean, I think that'll make a pretty big difference here. This time I should pay attention and try to get my garrison into play before I gain anything. And I should remember that Menagerie is a village for me. You didn't take the key. Thanks. Maybe it doesn't matter. I mean, I should be hitting 8 without it. I should be hitting 8 without it, so... You know, whatever. They get no garrison this turn. And they actually have somehow spent most of their favors. Got one card from the... What's about... Alright. Oh, I see the problem. Oh, but I can do... Right, let's play the sorcerer first. There's no reason not to. We can discard a conjurer to activate Menagerie. Although ordering on this is a little awkward. Alright, there's the garrison. The conjurer. Conjure. Importer. Up the importer. Oh, we actually... Oh no, we have another Menagerie down here, right? Okay. Conjure a mill. I guess it wasn't actually going to matter, as it turns out. Oh. Oh, well, I guess we don't need to play the treasurer. That's good, because I didn't realize I was... Oh, I have the Menagerie, right. Yeah, okay, and I want to play the treasurer so I can trash this copper. Alright, so there is a little bit of risk with the way the mountain villages work and all of this, but I think we're going to go ahead and just discard province, duchy. I'm going to discard duchy, because if we have to pick duchy up, we don't want it to be there. I mean, we could also discard the other province and the student for another favor. I think I'm going to hang on to those for now. Maybe I should have played the student. I could have played the student and gotten another favor instead of playing, or like, instead of trashing with the treasure, I guess. So this turn we want to take double mill. It does leave piles actually fairly low, although I don't think low enough for it to matter. Interesting to see if they take another mill as well. Yeah, okay, so we'll split the mills. But they don't have the ability to get another importer, right? So I'm going to be ahead on duchies. So that's where my advantage is. So it is a little unfortunate we have to take the mills. I guess we don't have to take the mills. No, we do, because if they take 2 mills, yeah. If they had left a mill, another mill, if there were 4 mills left, we wouldn't have to take any mills if we didn't want to. We could do reliability stuff for this turn. Take like 2 menageries. But that is not the situation. Because that's the main risk at this point, is that I dud. I mean, I should end up with... Here's the problem is the importer is mistimed, so the importer does not synergize. I get to take the last turn in terms of province ping-ponging as well, which means that I potentially get to give out a curse that they can't trash. Okay, so we start with Mountain Village, or do we start with... I think we can do mill discarding Conjurer Menagerie and then pick the Menagerie back up. And that's It's not quite guaranteed. We pick up first. It's probably better. Sure. Touchy. Okay. Well, that's annoying. Okay, we're guaranteed to see, or what's it in the next two cards? Garrison, there it is. So mill, discarding, province. The question is, do we want to do treasurer student nonsense or not? We discard these cards. We looked at 5 cards. Picked one up, so we have 4, 5, 6 in the discard. Play Menagerie, draw 3 of them. I think that's... There's like, there'll be 5 stop cards. Maybe it's not worth it. To draw 1 card next turn at the cost of... We have to play the Menagerie and the Lackeys, but this we do have the terminal space for it, but we can't draw past student. Oh no, we can. We have 2 mills. Okay. I think it's fine then. I think we discard the importer. We go with lackeys, and then we do treasurer, opera, do mill, discarding, do student, trash. By province. And we want to discard at least 2 provinces. Therefore, 2 duchies. That should be good. And this time we'll be able to take menageries with our doodads. So, be in good shape. So, okay. So if they double duchy here, what's the situation? There's only 1 mill and 1 mountain village left. It's like the duchy pile out becomes a consideration. You gain an importer so that you can get 2 duchies next turn. That makes sense. Wait, but... Oh, yeah, right. There's only the one, yeah, and then you take the mill with the other one. I mean, there's also taking estates, I guess, which we might have to consider, but... So you buy duchy, there's 4 duchies left. I gain a duchy, there's 3 duchies left. Interesting. Yeah, I guess gaining a bunch of importers if you can play them does threaten. Maybe that's what I should have done. Can you draw them? I mean, probably. You have a bunch of mountain buildings. That is actually pretty scary. Although, I'm gonna have to do some math on this, but I don't think it makes sense to try to do it now, because I need to see the way the rest of my opponent's turn plays out. Well, they have committed to not taking that mill. That's interesting. Maybe it doesn't matter. Yeah, I think they might have found the line. Importer spam, as long as they can get them all into play, which I don't know why they wouldn't be able to. They certainly could have picked them all up by now. Yeah, there's your importers. You'd buy duchy, I assume. Okay. So you're threatening to take all the duchies next turn with importers plus your buys, and you can empty piles off of that. So what is my response? If I take province, duchy, mill, I lose to province, triple duchy. If I take no duchies, I lose to province, duchy. I mean, you don't have a garrison in play. You might just dud. If that happens, my best bet is probably just to respond in kind. Although, if we lower importers too much, then that becomes a pile-out threat, but maybe not one that you can use. Well... Is there a world where you take 3 duchies in the next turn and I win anyway? It involves me taking both of the provinces. Does that mean I should take province this turn? Like, duchies are guaranteed. It's like, it doesn't... It's like, if I take that line, then I'm basically assuming that you can't hit province. Which... Is that very likely? I mean, you don't actually have many stop cards in your deck. Like, you took all those importers, but they're in play. don't think Lich can save us. Yeah, that's just drawn actions. And we can give you a curse that will potentially help. If we take province double estate, duchy, give you a curse. Province double estate gets me to 36. Curse drops you to 26. The 3 duchies. Yeah, I mean, if you can empty piles, you just win. Conjures come into your hand, so it really just would be a question of like you'll get a mill and a mountain village. I think I just lose. I think this is just too strong. I was like, the conjurer. Well, I guess you have to have a village to start in order to play the conjurer and then get. But how likely is it that you don't have a village? Like, your deck. I mean, it does have some green in it, right? You could have, like, treasurer, province, duchy, something. I don't know. Student, garrison, other province or duchy. I mean, you've got some. So that's, I mean, if you have even one mountain village, and you, well, I guess that's not even a given. You play mountain village to be able to play both of the conjurers, but you need another one to pick up the other mountain village and then the other mill and so on. And even then, it's not a guarantee you can get the province. I think the estate, taking estates doesn't matter. I think I take province and not much else. Maybe like some lackeys or hill fort. I could take a hill fort for sure. Let's do that. That. Oh, I should have. My garrison. Oh, never mind. No, that wasn't a consideration. The question is, do estates do anything? I think they don't. I think if I take an importer, I think one importer should be safe. Because if you're piling out on importers, you're not getting the points you need. I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay. What are those last two cards? I guess there's more green. I think I've screwed this up. I guess I didn't have as many mountain villages as I thought. I was meant to take, I don't know, menagerie. Oops. Maybe I take lackeys. I've got to take the key. Wait, what? I only have one favor? Well, that's no good. Well, if I lose this one, well played to my opponent for spotting me out. There is another possibility here where they have, like, not much good in hand, but they take, like, one duchy and then manage to hit province. Like, they take duchy, mountain village, mill, menagerie or something, and lay, like, mountain village into the stuff. I don't know. I'm basically hoping they don't have a mountain village in their starting hand. If they don't, then I'm in good shape. Gained a mill. That, okay. That locks them out of being able to do the duchy pile out. Granted, yeah, I mean the province line where they take like an estate or something. Maybe I should have taken an estate because of that. I don't know. I don't know why they would take the mill if they weren't looking at a win though, because that's dangerous from a pile-up perspective. Like, estate's better if you're not gonna pick it up. Safer, at least. If you're not gonna pile the duchies, you need to take the province, which means you don't need to pile out, which means it doesn't matter about the mill versus the estate, which means you take estate if you're not confident you're ending the game, I think. A menagerie. Oh, shit. So, yeah, I still think that was... Unless they picked up the mill instead of the menagerie, I think it was incorrect to... Oh, they did. Weird. I mean, maybe they have another mountain village and they're trying to activate the menagerie. In which case, taking the mill makes a lot of sense. I'm just not sure why it took so long to figure out. Like, that would be a pretty straightforward situation for doing it. What? I guess taking the mountain village doesn't hurt, but it's just kind of odd. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm losing here. They've drawn too many cards. They have a treasurer. Another mill. Yeah, that's a win. Treasurer pulls copper out of the trash. God damn it! I really thought I was ahead in this game. I mean, I think I was ahead. I probably should have greened more aggressively when my opponent's deck hadn't come together yet. Rather than taking Lost Arts. If I province that turn, that might have made the difference. I mean, my deck wasn't like totally there either, but so we have knights. I hate it. We also have clashes. Oh god. We're first players, so we could, if we buy Steward, March Steward, we can still turn 3. Yeah, okay. We can still turn 3, take a battle plan without getting locked out. And there's no way for us to fail to hit 3. There are a lot of attacks on this board. Battle plan's gonna be good. Well, I guess we'll see what they do. But I don't want to hit 2. Yeah. This is probably draw. Not ideal. Do we want to invest in Coven? It's non-terminal. That's the the big appeal of it. And it gives us some money that we can, if it collides with Steward, we can still buy something. Gonna take it. Ah! This is not what I need. Do we just take coins here? Or do we draw cards? Like, we might draw the Coven, but how much does it really matter? Okay, yeah, we probably do want a town, just because this has been annoying. And now I think we're gonna go Highwayman. Okay, now we hit... Do we hit 3? No, we don't. Trigger the shuffle, then? Sure. It's not really what I wanted. We could take Treasure and plan not to do much more trashing with the Steward. We really should take Battle Plan sometime here, but we need another town. It's just this sequencing has been really obnoxious. Maybe I should have just eaten the 2-coin hand at some point, but... Yeah, we need to take another town, fortunately. Okay, now I think we're going to take the battle plan. Pathfinding probably ultimately goes on clashes, I guess. Go on experiment, I guess. There's enough gains, maybe. In Galleria. No, 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 no. I don't want to deal with it. No. Yeah, this is awkward. I wanted to trash, but we're gonna pick up Day Mana. That kind of changes the list anyway. Also want to play this for actions, but then I want the buys. Oh, I hate everything about this. Freaking knights. I'll deal with it. And if I don't trash, I'll be less vulnerable to the knights, so hooray for that, I guess. We're guaranteed to see all of our stuff if we draw here, so I guess that's what I'm going to do. We could rotate off battle plan as a denial play. I'm down. We could pathfind. I don't... I mean, maybe that is better than getting a knight right now. Pathfind the clashes. We could also pathfind town. But we have to assume that Warlord is going to be relevant. Oh, knights. Okay, thank God. Knights also don't care about Warlord, which is awkward. Okay, we're guaranteed to find our coven here, so we can do that. We could rotate the knights, but I think I would like to play with Day Mana. Voyage could be really good with the knights, actually. Potentially, at least. I'm just gonna not rotate for now, though. Okay, so we went down there. We have our. Damn it! I really want to trash. I really want plus buy, and I want to play my Highwayman. This is so annoying. All right, let's. We do get to play. No, we don't. Yeah, we have to choose. See, if we draw the Highwayman here. Yeah, all right. Ah! Ah! We got. Yeah. Third town. Bold move, Cotton. Sir Martin. That's buys. Although, I mean, so is town, but we need to play town for actions in general, of course. What's down here? Another town. I think we want to draw with you. That's Coven. That's something. All right. We are going to be action strapped here. Maybe I should have rotated to Warlord. Maybe this was the time for Warlord. Should have thought about that. I guess Galleria is also buys. We do not have the actions to play all this crap. It's not like our opponent has a Warlord. So maybe we should take another town. Ugh. Say Coven. Man. Freaking Knights. Arrgh. Hate them. Oh, we're winning the curse split. That's nice. Will you buy another Coven to try to recover from that, or something else? Could do Archer and March it. Should be pretty mean. Hopefully, be worth it though. Another town? Oh man, I gotta get me Warlord. Why? What's the point of that? What? Are you sure you want to do that? All right, I think we gotta take Warlord now. Um. All right, good. Knights, get out of here. Go with the Coven and not the Warlord? Oh my god. Did not expect that. That last card is my battle plan. I guess I can just play the Warlord. It's not like it matters. Oh man. So we can play where we have a Warlord and they have none. Or oh, this is tough. This is tough. Like we can just we can have a 2-to-1 advantage or a 1-to-0 advantage. I think 1-to-0 advantage is better. Coven, I don't know. Now that I know that they're not going to have that, I'm tempted to just take a double town here for actions. Although we don't need that many actions just yet, but I'm concerned that they will take... We could also go ahead and get Sir Martin. Oh, we can't... We don't even have that much money. Never mind. Okay. We could march Sir Martin. Next turn, will we have any more money? Maybe. No. No, we gotta take the town. We could take a silver, I guess. Silver's not gonna hurt. I've never been in this position. Like, I have one warlord and they have 0, and we've rotated to territory. Strange, but I think it should be effective. So we are going to end up, like, splitting the curses, but I think that's fine. I'm going to have... I should ultimately have the better deck here because I have more options. Like, they can't play more than 2 towns this turn, for example. That's going to, like, really hamper them. My pathfinding is a little bit weird because I only have the battle plan and the warlord, and that's it. But like pathfinding towns would definitely be better at this point, but I think it's okay. And now I want to start thinking about... oh, you didn't attack me. That's good. Oh, okay. I was going to say... I'm going to start thinking about like Night and Voyage, but... I'm going to try to trash my warlord. Know it. Knights. Frickin' knights. Oh, marching the highwayman's pretty good, yeah. Dame Molly. It's a pretty reasonable one to pick up. I'm gonna leave that there. I think I'm just gonna take another town. And then look at investing into something a little bit better now that we have a little bit more payload, or we can just trash some coppers this turn, which will be good to do with the curses coming in. Maybe we need to pick up a coven for that reason. I don't wanna, like, anti-tempo for me. Frig. Dame Josephine. That's a stop to the knight nonsense. By existing. Gold. It's a weird pickup. Are we gonna lose the knights? Yeah, we are. Okay, good. We're gonna have to play at least one of these for cards, so let's just do that. The battle plan is discarded. I would like to trash coppers here, but I need to get that highwayman. I mean, I could march it, but that costs me some amount of coin. What else do I have down here? Silver. Another town, and what is the other card? Oh no. No, I didn't learn anything. Or I miscounted? I don't know. Still don't want to rotate. Okay, so I'm gonna take the last one of these. And maybe another steward so I can trash the curses. Also consider Galleria and just try to start shoving experiments into my deck. Oh my gosh, there's 2 piles empty. Go with the steward. This game has not gone how I expected it to. Man, has it not. Province. Your deck not gonna have like much going on. But it's possible. I'm gonna draw with this one. Oh wait, no, because we have to. Yeah, that was a mistake. That's fine. All right, so we're gonna do it this way. Highwayman, good. All right. I think I'm just taking double experiment. What? What the hell? What the fuck? How did... Yeah! I didn't... Oh my god. Not expect you to be able to get... with... Oh my god. Man. Well, I really botched that match. Holy shit. Yeah, that game... I don't know. That did not play out all the way I expected. I guess, yeah, I guess I wasn't supposed to take those experiments. I mean, I really didn't think, like, I mean, I was considering, like, yeah, that it is lowering, but I did not think it would be that easy for them to pick up. Because they had the Highwayman, but they had no other draw in their deck. I guess they had the one Steward. But then, like, to play the Steward for draw, you gotta play Town for draw, which means you're not playing it. Like, being able to get, you know, multiple towns into play for buys with that deck, it just seemed really unlikely. Maybe it was more likely than I thought. Maybe I should have picked up another Coven and dumped the curses, but I've kind of thought, you know, their deck had so little of a deck. And like if they like just started greening from there, like I've figured I'm gonna get to trash the curses. That's basically a province worth of difference in points, and then so I only need, you know, I have more deck control, and I can pretty easily close the points gap. But I guess that was too risky of a line as it turned out. What I wanted to pick up was a Galleria and to start being able to like take experiments for buy. But like with on 7, it was kind of awkward. If I'd had 8, I would have gone Galleria experiment. But oh my god. Yeah, I really feel like I had a lot of advantages in that game, and I just did not translate it into a victory. It's like, man, they had to see. They had 4 coppers in their deck, so they had to see the gold or the coven. I mean, I guess there weren't that many stop cards in their deck. The province and the coppers, the coven. But the coven does give the coins. Like, you have to have. Be able to play 2 towns for buys. Which means you have to play 1 town for actions minimum. And then if you have to play Steward for draw, you have to play the other one for actions. So, like, you have to... I don't know. I'm just... That game 2, I had no shot whatsoever. But both games 3 and 4, I feel like were games that I should have won. Like, I had done a better job of building my deck, and I did not carry my advantage through to the end game successfully. Game 3, the problem was I had the like, I think I just didn't press my advantage enough, and I let my opponent catch up, and then they found the better line at the end with the importer spam. I don't know why I didn't really consider that, but I certainly didn't. This game, I don't know. If I don't take those experiments, like, what happens exactly? They buy province again. And march the highwayman again. I mean, maybe that's stronger than I'm getting, because to do that, you only need to see 1 town. I mean, you have to have 11 coins, so you kind of need to see the gold at a minimum. Yeah, I think that would peter out after a couple turns. But the March Highwayman combo was pretty good. I wasn't really using it because I had enough draw that I didn't need to, but it was pretty effective to be able to get it into play every turn. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I should have been able to better take advantage of, like, I have the Warlord and you don't. Maybe what I should have done actually was try to get like 1 voyage and make it so that I essentially have a Warlord in play every turn by like play voyage, just to even to be able to march the Warlord would be pretty good. Although, I mean, their deck, they had the 4 towns, but they wouldn't have been that badly off, even if I'd had the Warlord in play every turn, I guess. Deck was like pretty simple. But the other thing I could have done is do like a Voyage Knights thing, which I was considering. I freaking hate Knights though. I don't want to. So, yeah, I don't know. That might have been the correct play. I mean, I might have also just been able to, like, you know, trash my curses, you know, build my deck more, and, you know, buy some provinces and duchies and territories and things and come back. But left that window open. Ugh, just, oh, I'm so annoyed with myself for how I played the back half of this match. Oh well, thanks for watching, and I will be concluding the pools stage of this tournament next weekend at around the same time. So until then.